When our Lord ready, he's not going to have you smiling. You're going to be real sad in that day. The Lord God's going to come send his son and help us. Because we've been destroyed. You smiling at us like we entertainment. Well, watch how entertaining we going to be in them days.
Heliodorus wasn't smiling.
Right. Heliodorus wasn't smiling. They smile at us like we some circus.
We're
not your circus. We are telling the truth of the Bible, that these black men are the Israelites, and the people over there claiming they're Israel are not the Israelites. They white people that just took on our nation. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 30. But they praised Yahweh that had miraculously honored his own place, for the temple, which a little before was full of fear and trouble, when the Almighty Yahweh appeared, was filled with joy and gladness.
Hey, go ahead.
Then straightway certain of Heliodorus' friends prayed Onias that he would call upon the Most High to grant him his life.
So they wanted, like, look, man, look, just keep him whole, man. Don't kill him, man. Why would they pray? Yeah, they asked them because they know we are the ones that they know, because these devils know if we're not with our power here, he would not be with us.
Yep.
But when the angel came, when he started getting that ass whipping, they was like, who is this dude with gold breastplate on a horse? It came and wore this man out. It was 2 men from each side. We are always had, and our people don't realize how blessed we are to be the Israelites. We're not Africans, man. The Africans helped the slave trade.
Horse just represents the chariots, man.
Yeah, exactly.
They came from the chariots on down on his ass, man. To whoop that ass, bro.
He came in on a horse. Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Because he said on chariot's breastplate, so that was a horse. He came in there and where it was at.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
I'll read 31 again. Then straightway certain of Heliodorus' friends prayed Onias that he would call upon the Most High to grant him his life.
They had to ask the Israelites to help him save his life, because he was about gone. Go ahead.
He was like that right there. Like that.
Right. He was ready to go.
Yeah.
He about to give it to go soon.
That he would call upon the Most High to grant him his life, who lay ready to give up the ghost.
And so he was about to go. He was at the edge of his life. They had to pray that angel would not destroy him. See, we think we're Gentiles because they go to the churches, listen to TD Joel Osteen, and think that they telling them the truth. The men out here on the highways, the byways are telling you the truth. I'm tired of these, man. They come by here thinking we a game. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 30. So the high priest, suspecting lest kings should misconceive that some treachery had been done to Heliodorus by the Jews, offered a sacrifice for the health of the man.
Right. So, but basically the whole thing was how the angels helped. How the angels came through like, hey, bitch, but you can't fuck with me if you wanted to. You can't do it, man. They can't deal with us, man. They can't mess with us. You got something for us?
Yeah, I got. This is Daniel chapter 3. All right, because you heathens, all you're gonna find out that there's a God in Israel. All right, the Most High Yahweh, His Son Yahushua. That's who fights for us. All right, so this is Daniel chapter 3. All right, this was after the 3 holy children were tossed into the fire, and Nebuchadnezzar had pulled them out. All right, this, Daniel chapter 3, starting at verse 28. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who hath sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's word, and yielded their bodies that they might not serve nor worship any god except their own. All right, because this is when he had tossed them in the fire and set for them to be burned up, but the Most High kept them safe in the fire. So he realized that he's like, oh shit, all right, surely there's a God of Israel. Blessed is the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right, which that's what all you people are going to be saying again. All right, because you've forgotten the fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You no longer call him what is it? Was it Almighty No. What's Almighty in Hebrew? Ahlahayam. Khan. Y'all don't call him Ahlahayam anymore. Y'all forgotten the fear of the Most High.
That's terrible. He's a terrible demon.
Khan. Daniel 3 and 29. Therefore I make a decree that every people, nation, and language which speak anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other God that can deliver after this sort. All right, and that was out of the mouth of Nebuchadnezzar himself. All right, and he was a king heathen. He was full of pride, and even he had to admit that the only God that exists is of the Hebrew Israelites. All right, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you fools in this world, you've been so beguiled by Esau society, by technology, science, all right, by degrees, bachelors and masters, all that bullshit. You think that there's no power anymore. All right, we're out here to remind you who our power is, and you're really going to be reminded when He sends down His Son Yahawashi. It's not going to be a question: is God real? Was the Bible real? You're not going to be able to say that anymore. All right, when missiles touch down on this place, when you people are being incinerated, all right, when your flesh is being consumed in fire, when you're being ripped to pieces by the elect and the angels in Yahawashi, it's not going to be a question if God is real anymore.
Yeah, so this is 2nd Ezra 5, no, 2nd Maccabees 5 and 1. Behold, that same day, Antiochus prepared his second voyage into Egypt, and then it happened that through all the city for a space almost of 40 days, there were seen horsemen running in the air, in clothes of gold and armored with lances. Well, like, what's a lance? That's like
the things that they be riding on when they spearing people.
You said yeah, lance.
On horses. When they
so it's actually the spear one?
It is a super long spear, basically.
Okay. With lances, like a band of soldiers, and troops of horsemen in array, encountering and running one against another, with shaking of shields and multitude of pitches and drawing of sword, chasing of darts and glittering of gold ornaments of hair, harnesses of all sorts. So that was the angels in the sky for 40 days, man, just going at it, man, pulling out swords and shit. Yeah, they had lancers in their hands, arrayed in gold, man.
I got another one.
Look at the and it said, when you read down, it says they prayed that this meat were good. They were hoping that it was of a good vision, man, because you see something like that, that's something terrifying to behold, man. That's why the so-called white man likes to cover up the UFOs, because he wants people to think that it's aliens and all this other weird shit, because it talks about the chariot shall be in the house of the thief, man. Because
it's something that's outside of his power.
Yep.
He has to give the imagery and the portrayal and the perception that he's the ruling power. UFOs defy the laws of physics that Esau has set in society, and therefore he has to cover it up. All right, they're able to move in ways Esau, his jets and cars can't move. All right, so they don't like that. That's something outside of their power and knowledge.
Yep, because the so-called white man, they got accounts of Edomites talking about they seen chariots. Well, shit, one fighter. It was an old video. I was in the world and I seen it. They said he seen a diamond. It's like on a UFO show. He seen a diamond-shaped vehicle in the sky, and it had all different colors around it. And he said he was moving and shit, and it was shooting lasers at him, man. It was shooting lasers at his ass, man. And he was trying to fire back. The angel was going sideways and shit, back and forth. He couldn't stop. He couldn't get at it, man. He tried to run after it. The angel dipped off from his ass. The chariots are out of this world, man. They're of the spirit of Yahweh Shai. That's the power of the Lord. And Esau, you can't match that. you have even touches that, man. It's on a whole nother level.
Zion, you holding something up? You got it up. I got it.
This is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. You know, going on with like Michael, where Michael means who is like the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine that might, that power.
Isn't it Michael Allah?
Michael Allah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, hey, man, the angels, hey, he's the head angel after Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying? That, hey, he on the ready too. All the angels are on the ready. Yep. You know what I'm saying? To wreak havoc upon the earth, you know what I'm saying? As they wreaking havoc at the same time, you know what I'm saying? They gonna round up and save, you know, the hopeful elect, you know what I'm saying? The 144,000 of the nation of Israel, as well as the 1/3, you know what I'm saying? But you know, going in with Michael, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna stand up at that time, you know what I'm saying? And the scriptures talk about it, hey, it's like a time you've never imagined, you know what I'm saying? You can't put it into your thought process to prepare or figure out, you know, like, you know, what the day of the Lord is gonna be like. You know what I'm saying? All the calamity that's happened, all the movies that you can watch, all of those collectively can't put into words what the day of the Lord is gonna be like. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you gotta follow the scriptures, man. The scriptures is what's the preparation for all this, man.
That's stability. Yeah.
Because even the angels, like Apostle Tar said, the angels in the heaven, man, they sharpening their swords, man. They getting ready, man. They doing the do, man. They getting ready for like this wartime, man. They just waiting.
Isaiah, the day of vengeance is my heart.
Yep.
That was Yahawashi talking. All right, Mashiach Yahawashi, the Son of the Most High. People, the person who y'all call Jesus. All right. Well, why would vengeance be in the Lord's heart? All right. So, what does that mean? All right. That means you've been persecuting His people. So what's gonna happen when He returns? He's not gonna come and hand out daisies and roses. All right. He's handing out ass whoopings and judgment. I got something.
Oh, you try. Okay. This is off of what the brother just said. This is Revelations 12:7. And there was war in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found anymore in heaven. He said, did not win. So so-called white man isn't gonna win this last battle, man. He's gonna lose, man. He's gonna fall.
No, the so-called white man, he's gonna find out. These modern day Edomites, because everyone's forgotten, but y'all are gonna find out what every single nation has ever found out since the beginning. All right, you're gonna find out that when you mess with the Lord's chosen, can somebody get that the apple of my eye? What was that Zephaniah? Zechariah. Hey, the camera a little bit crooked. I don't know if you put that knock the third stand back some, like the leg is sitting on it, like pull it all the way back, not out. Fuck it, that's good. Okay. All right. But like I was saying, because it's gonna show you in that scripture, the nation of Israel is the chosen nation. All right, you don't get to touch us and just keep it pushing. When you look through our history, all right, even though we've gone down continuously and we keep going into slavery, but what does the Most High always do? He always redeems His people, no matter what the strength of the kingdom is that they're under. All right, when you look, I'll get a couple examples. All right, but look at the first major kingdom that had us is Egypt. All right, and they've never been the same since we left out of there. They've never come back to power. Look at the Hamites now, the Egyptians. They're completely scattered. They're over there, home broken. All right, look at I get the, you know where it's at, in Isaiah, when I can look for it when the Most High sent, there's a couple, here, I'll bring it up while you read that. When He sent the angels to fight against, I think, the Syrian king's army, then He had His two sons assassinate him.
You got it.
I think Sennacherib.
Yeah.
Come on, get that.
That's a Maccabees too.
Get that Zechariah.
Get the Zechariah and then I'll read the passage.
This is Zechariah 2:8. For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye. You know, that's referring to Israel. You know what I'm saying? We the apple, you know what I'm saying? We the apple, we're the chosen of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Out of all of you other nations, you know what I'm saying? Like it's saying Joel, what's that, 3 and 1? You know, out of all the families of the earth, only, you know, you only have I known. You know, maybe that's Amos 3 and 1 time. But, you know.
Can I get this real quick? This is Deuteronomy 32 and 9. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is a lot of his inheritance. He had found, verse 10, he had found in a dry land and in the waste howling wilderness, he laid him about, he instructed him, he kept him as the apple of his eye. That's just proving that the Lord's apple of his eye is Israel.
I'm getting ready.
We're playing word though.
God, this is this is Exodus 4 and 22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith Yahweh, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. And I say unto thee, let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn. You know, that's the Most High, because, you know, the Most